I try to build a full personality for each of our cartoon characters, to make them personalities. I have been up against tough competition all my life. I wouldn't know how to get along without it. I started, actually, to make my first animated cartoon in 1920. Of course, they were very crude things then and I used sort of little puppet things. We allow no geniuses around our studio. I never called my work an art. It's part of show business, the business of building entertainment. Mickey Mouse popped out of my mind onto a drawing pad 20 years ago on a train ride from Manhattan to Hollywood at a time when business fortunes of my brother Roy and myself were at lowest ebb and disaster seemed right around the corner. When people laugh at Mickey Mouse, it's because he's so human, and that is the secret of his popularity. I only hope that we don't lose sight of one thing, that it was all started by a mouse. Animation offers a medium of storytelling and visual entertainment which can bring pleasure and information to people of all ages everywhere in the world. I love Mickey Mouse more than any woman I have ever known. Whenever I go on a ride, I'm always thinking of what's wrong with the thing and how it can be improved. It's no secret that we were sticking just about every nickel we had on the chance that people would really be interested in something totally new and unique in the field of entertainment. A man should never neglect his family for business. Disneyland will never be completed. It will continue to grow as long as there is imagination left in the world. You're dead if you aim only for kids. Adults are only kids grown up, anyway. Laughter is America's most important export. Mickey Mouse is, to me, a symbol of independence. He was a means to an end. We did at Disneyland, in the knowledge that most of the people I talked to thought it would be a financial disaster, closed and forgotten within the first year. Disneyland is a show. Disneyland is the star, everything else is in the supporting role. I do not like to repeat successes, I like to go on to other things. I believe in being an innovator. There is more treasure in books than in all the pirates' loot on Treasure Island. The more you like yourself, the less you are like anyone else, which makes you unique. I'd say it's been my biggest problem all my life, it's money. It takes a lot of money to make these dreams come true. Disneyland is a work of love. We didn't go into Disneyland just with the idea of making money. Times and conditions change so rapidly that we must keep our aim constantly focused on the future. We are not trying to entertain the critics. I'll take my chances with the public. All our dreams can come true, if we have the courage to pursue them. People still think of me as a cartoonist, but the only thing I lift a pen or pencil for these days is to sign a contract, a check, or an autograph. I would rather entertain and hope that people learn something than educate people and hope they were entertained. Animation is different from other parts. Its language is the language of caricature. Our most difficult job was to develop the cartoon's unnatural but seemingly natural anatomy for humans and animals. When you're curious, you find lots of interesting things to do. Of all of our inventions for mass communication, pictures still speak the most universally understood language. Crowded classrooms and half-day sessions are a tragic waste of our greatest national resource, the minds of our children. All the adversity I've had in my life, all my troubles and obstacles, have strengthened me. You may not realize it when it happens, but a kick in the teeth may be the best thing in the world for you. All cartoon characters and fables must be exaggeration, caricatures. It is the very nature of fantasy and fable. When you believe in a thing, believe in it all the way, implicitly and unquestionable. I am not influenced by the techniques or fashions of any other motion picture company. We have created characters and animated them in the dimension of depth, revealing through them to our perturbed world that the things we have in common far outnumber and outweigh those that divide us. You reach a point where you don't work for money. You can't just let nature run wild. It's kind of fun to do the impossible. Animation can explain whatever the mind of man can conceive. This facility makes it the most versatile and explicit means of communication yet devised for quick mass appreciation. We believed in our idea, a family park where parents and children could have fun together. I don't like formal gardens. I like wild nature. It's just the wilderness instinct in me, I guess. There's nothing funnier than the human animal. I always like to look on the optimistic side of life, but I am realistic enough to know that life is a complex matter. We keep moving forward, opening new doors, and doing new things, because we're curious and curiosity keeps leading us down new paths. Our heritage and ideals, our code and standards, the things we live by and teach our children, are preserved or diminished by how freely we exchange ideas and feelings. You can design and create, and build the most wonderful place in the world. But it takes people to make the dream a reality. The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. Movies can and do have tremendous influence in shaping young lives in the realm of entertainment towards the ideals and objectives of normal adulthood. I have no use for people who throw their weight around as celebrities, or for those who fawn over you just because you are famous. Of all the things I've done, the most vital is coordinating those who work with me and aiming their efforts at a certain goal. If you can visualize it, if you can dream it, there's some way to do it. Believe in your dreams, no matter how impossible they seem. All your dreams can come true if you have the courage to pursue them. The 4 C's of making dreams come true: curiosity, courage, consistency, confidence. Laughter is timeless. Imagination has no age. And dreams are forever. There is more treasure in books than in all the pirates' loot on Treasure Island. The magic is as wide as a smile and as narrow as a wink, loud as laughter and quiet as a tear, tall as a tale and deep as emotion. So strong, it can lift the spirit. So gentle, it can touch the heart. It is the magic that begins the happily ever after. If you can dream it, you can do it. Always remember that this whole thing was started with a dream and a mouse. Everyone falls down. Getting back up is how you learn how to walk.